welcome to today's episode of the Pelipper Chronicles. Now, as you might have seen this team before, this is the return adventure of Pelipper Chronicles. Pelipper, who's the star of the show, is just such a bulky wall. He took on a scissor in our last episode and crushes the competition. And this time around, we have a team that's a little less OU and a little more UU, but he does have a Skarmory, so it is OU. Therefore, I'm allowed to use my pokes that are OU, being Infernape and Espeon. My Torterra here, gonna put in a lot of work, and so is Giga Gear. Now let's do this. First, we lead off the battle. Dude's named Alex. He sends out Nubaro, which is a Machamp. I leave him your mom because your mom is actually his mom, which is actually my mom, but I predict that and going to Split Eye, who's going to take an Ice Punch really well. Except not too well because I get frozen solid. Now, see, if he didn't freeze me here, I would have been way better off in going for the Hurricane because, you know, no guard Hurricanes hurt. However, I'm forced to go for the Scald just to melt the ice. So he gets a free bulk off, and he's going to be able to kill me with a Stone Edge, and Pelipper does absolutely nothing in this sad tale. So, yeah, that's upsetting, to be honest. But it doesn't matter, because I got Mirror, my, I want to say, I don't even remember what type or thing this is. I thought it was Choice Specs before, but I don't remember. But it's my Espeon, and he goes for the kill with a Psychic, and I'm like, no return. Because I see that thing. I was fearing the pursuit, but I had no choice to switch out, and he goes for a substitute as I go into your mom, who can obviously take any hit that thing dishes. So, goes for the substitute, but I'm going to just break the sub because I don't like substitutes. And I'm actually going to just kind of keep breaking his subs, but I predict him to Sucker Punch this turn and go for the Stealth Cocks because got to set up those rocks all the time. And then he goes for a sub, which obviously I predict easily and crush it. At this point, I have no choice but to get by a Sucker Punch because I don't want to set up another sub, and it doesn't really matter at this point. So I can take a Sucker Punch easy, and your mom is smashed by a Sucker Punch. Dude, why are you smacking your mom? Yeah, so he just dies because earthquakes from your mom are ridiculous, and so that's that. And now he brings in Sableye. The obvious Will-O-Wisp is obvious, so I switch him to Carbuncle here, or Mirror, or the Carbuncle named Espeon. But he pulls off the random trick, and I'm like, whoops. So I get an Iron Ball, and he gets my Twisted Spoon, which I guess was my item, because, you know, weird. And I set up a Calm Mind on that turn, which is kind of upsetting because, you know, I can't hurt this thing. He goes with a Foul Play, and it does a crap ton of damage, and I'm like, ow. So I'm going to switch out there knowing now that I can't do anything to it, and go on a Love Wrap, who obviously just takes hits all day because it's a freaking Milotic and has no physical offense whatsoever. He goes for the trick again to take my leftovers, and I'm like, darn, what's Milotic going to do with a Twisted Spoon? You know, she's twisted, so it's going to do a little, and the Hydro Pump takes away about half, which is actually really impressive, but knowing he's going to recover this turn, I'm like, no, I'm not going to Hydro Pump again. That's just asking for a miss. I go for the Dragon Tail to get rid of it and just rack on some Stealth Rock damage. Gets knocked into Suicune, which is kind of bad because I can't do anything to a Suicune with a Love Wrap, but at the same time, it's okay because he can't do anything to me either. So I'm just going to phase him out with the Dragon Tail, just ranking up some damage. He goes back on the Sableye. I'm like, really? So, yeah, I'm a little angry that Sableye comes back on. I'll just be like, I'm going to predict the Will-O-Wisp and switch back into Espeon. So, yeah, you get screwed, bro, because you could burn yourself. Yeah, eat the Will-O-Wisp in your face. Go die. So Sableye burns himself because, you know, he's emo in a 10th degree, and there's that. And I'm just going to double switch into Infernape because he can take Foul Play and take the burn. So either prediction, he completely got screwed there. So I'm going to go for the U-turn here, knowing he's not going to want to stay in because he can't do jack to Infernape, and I like to keep my presence. So, yeah, the U-turn is the best move to use, and I do go for it, so there's that. The Monkey Do. So, I obviously switch directly into something that can counter Suicune, which would be my Tin Can. Now, Tin Can doesn't exactly counter Suicune, but it does something cool. It can Volt Switch and Thunder Wave. So I'm going to paralyze this Suicune because, you know, it's good to have things paralyzed, and it's obviously going to force a switch here and there. So I go for the Volt Switch because I'm obviously faster now and get my Tin Can out of there and switch into something that can offensively switch into it, which would be my Love Wrap. You know, paraphasing it would be kind of cool, but he does go for the rest because, well, obviously he doesn't want to be paralyzed out of that low of health. So he made a smart move there, I'm not going to lie. But see, now that he's sleeping, he reveals he has Sleep Talk, and that doesn't really faze me too much, because he just gets a rest, and I'm going to Dragon Tail him out, so bye-bye Suicune. which resets his sleep count, so it's awesome. He even goes into Sableye, gets the rock damage, gets the burn damage, and he's not in a very good situation to take the Hydro Pump, so I'm just going to go for it. And yeah, he wipes him out, so that's that. I guess he was predicting me to switch into Espeon. I don't know why at this point, but yeah, that's what he had. So there's an Eevee. I obviously don't want to stay in with Love Wrap. That'd just be stupid. I go into Mirror Mirror, who can just kind of wallet-ish thingy going on here. Except I just die because that was Death Fodder and, you know, stuff happens. So I go to Monkey Seed, obviously directly if I haven't threatened it. I'm pretty safe going for the Overheat here. Even if he switched in Suicune, close combat would hurt it while it's sleeping, so that was my best bet at this point, just to kill it, Electivire flawlessly. Goes into Skarmory. I guess he had a false sense of security that Overheat wouldn't hurt him much because of my -2, but he's kind of wrong. It is a Life Orb Infernape, so yeah. So I think he predicted me to switch and sets up his stealth really late game stealth rocks on, but for no reason because I just smashed him with a close combat and that's the end of Skarmory. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Infernape's doing the work, right? So that's that, and he goes into Suicune because it's a watery beast and can take on Infernape rather well. I was really hoping I could do more damage to close combat, but I just swing close combat and do nothing. And he does pull off the Scald with the Sleep Talk, so that was super, super, super upsetting, and I lose my Infernape to the Beast of the Seas. So, Infernape did a good job. He's pretty good there, I guess. So I'll go back into Your Mom, because, you know, Your Mom's good when in bed, so fighting the sleeping Pokemon just makes sense, right? So Suicune goes for the Scald, and I'm like, I could take a Scald, I'm a freaking Torterra. So I set up the Leaf Seeds, but I miss. I'm like, no, that decided my fate. He doesn't think he can kill me with a Scald, so he went for a Calm Mind, and I'm like, you spared my life. I want to kiss you right now. So I set up the Leaf Seeds, and I can start trolling him with Your Mom, because Your Mom trolls people. It's a known fact. Check her out on YouTube at Your Mom at the /YouTube user, you know. So I set up the Protect, and Your Mom protects herself, which is kind of funny because, yeah, you know, that frying pan. Woo, frying pan! And the Leaf Seeds continue to sap on the Suicune. So the Suicune does finally use Rest, and I'm like, that sucks. So I'm going to spam Earthquake until he finally takes enough damage. You just want it to, like, die or something. But, you know, Earthquake turns out to not do that much damage. I mean, Your Mom is kind of, you know, weak because she's been working out, she's trying to work out her abs with that ab stretcher there, but it's just not working for her. So Suicune gets the Calm Mind here, and it's like, whatever, Dougie. Which obviously doesn't bother me whatsoever. It just boosted stats. I can continue to Earthquake and just hope to get some serious damage on this thing. It is a little over half now, so that's pretty cool. Suicune's still sleeping, goes for the Sleep Talk, and gets a Scald. See, I was really hoping to finish it off this turn, but he gets the burn, and I like, cry. And add salt to the wounds, I get the critical hit on the burned Earthquake, so it doesn't kill the Suicune. It lives with the smidgen, so I'm like, I wanted to kill somebody at this point. But you know what, I just switch into Tin Can, because I know he's going to rest this turn. If he doesn't rest, well, he's done, so there's your answer. So we're going to Tin Can, because I know I can wall this thing pretty easily, and set up some Shift Gears. Now, as you might know, this is my mixed attacking Giga Gear, and its only physical attack is Gear Grind, which is not very effective. But at this point in time, I don't really care. So he goes for the Scald, and it's going to do a hefty chunk, but I am a special wall, so it doesn't quite do half, meaning I'm safe to set up some Gear Grinds here. Well, not Gear Grinds, but Shift Gears. I'm going to pause the thingy for a second. Hold on. Alright, I'm back. So he goes for the Sleep Talks, and he does get the Scald, and luckily, it still doesn't burn me. So Giga Gear's in pretty good shape here, actually. Doing the Leech Seed damage, getting a lot of HP back, and I finally go for the Gear Grind after +2 or 3, I don't remember. And he does wake up and go for the Scald, I guess, trying to kill me. That was, of course, his downfall, because had he rested there, he would have had a chance to live. But now that he's awake, I'm going to pull a ballsy move and go for the Thunder Wave. Trying for that Parahax for that 1-2 dead. And guess what? I get the Parahax. So the Leaf Seed's going to pick on the Suicune like, ha, you should have slept. And, yeah, it's going to put him in a range where my rear grind's going to go, and Suicune dies. That would be GG. And, that proves to you, Giga Gear has a purpose in this world. Even if it's not the best purpose in the world, he still has a purpose in this world. So, Pelipper, poor dude, just couldn't make his second round on this team work. But he had backup, and it works out in my favor. Do the usual, and have a great day. Welcome to Furryland, you know? It's just like the stuff and the things. Clean Digipal 3 signing off.